16 teams worked all season to make the NCAA Men's Hockey Championship Tournament. In 72 hours, 12 of their seasons will be over. The first of 4 games today is in Cincinnati, where 7-time national champs North Dakota face the hottest team in the country, Northeastern, with Michigan and Notre Dame to follow. Welcome to the 2016 NCAA Hockey Championships, presented by Northwestern Mutual. Along the riverfront in Cincinnati at US Bank Arena, the teams are taking the ice for the first of today's Midwest Regional matchups. The 4th seed Northeastern against the 1 seed North Dakota. The winner of this one gets the winner of Michigan-Notre Dame that comes up about 5:30 Eastern time. That's the regional final. That'll be at 6 Eastern Saturday on ESPN2. First, a good one between North Dakota and Northeastern that faces off in just seconds. I'm Alan Bestwick. Colby Cohen was the most outstanding player of the 2009 Frozen Four at a national championship with Boston University. North Dakota, Northeastern. Let's start with North Dakota.
What an exciting matchup we have here in Cincinnati. We talk about North Dakota. They're high-flying. They're exciting. They're led by an outstanding freshman, Brock Besser. He's been exciting. He will be the most skilled, electrifying player on the ice today.
Now, that's one of the top lines in the country. One of the top stories in the country, Northeastern. An incredible winning streak.
They couldn't buy a win early in the season this year. They started halfway through the season without getting one, and then they went into Ireland, they went on their team trip, they bonded, and the Stevens brothers, they stepped up, they took ownership of this team. Nolan Stevens with a breakout year, 41 points. John Stevens, the anchor of this team.
And for North Dakota, defense is really the story. Look at some of those numbers.
They're great. Both sides of the puck is what makes them so special. They move the puck, they transition the puck, they're big, physical, and they're great defensively. This North Dakota team, very exciting to watch.
Underway in the first of today's Midwest Regional doubleheader. Northeastern in the Road Reds with the white and black trim. North Dakota, the higher seed, the home team in the home whites with the green trim. From your experiences doing this, how long till you settle into a game like this?
2 teams like this that haven't faced each other yet this season, I'd say the first 5-10 minutes of this game, maybe a little bit longer. Teams are going to feel each other out. They're probably going to dump a lot of pucks, try to get touches, get bodies on each other, try to get themselves into the game.
So puck tied up there and a face-off coming. A look at how our teams are planning for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Well, when I talked to Coach Jim Madigan yesterday, he talked about puck possession, very important for his team. Also getting all over that skilled group of defensemen for North Dakota. And it takes me right over to North Dakota. Their D, they transition the puck so well that Northeastern, they got a forecheck on this North Dakota defense. They'll transition the puck, they'll get it to that top line with Drake Kajula, and they will be offensively electrifying.
That top line on the ice now. The CBS line. First shot from Kajula, misses the mark. Here's Schmaltz. Puck taken away from him by McMurtry for Northeastern. And back out to center ice, tapped deep into the zone. Northeastern goes for a change. I knew he was going to do that. Northeastern, the Northwestern sponsor. And a change for North Dakota, giving the Huskies a chance to break out.
And something we're going to see early here is a little bit of a matchup game. The home team, which is North Dakota, they get first change. So Jim Madigan's Northeastern Huskies are going to have to get guys out there, and we'll see Coach Barry will try to match guys up. They'll try to keep Benning off the ice and away from that top North Dakota line.
North Dakota resets. Dump in from Keaton Thompson. And a clear. The hard work off the puck, one of the things that North Dakota coach Brad Berry emphasized coming into this. They get a break into the zone. John Simonson taken to the boards and has the puck taken from him. Matt Benning, one of the top defensemen for Northeastern, making that work. Huskies dump in deep. On the change is Lincoln Griffin. Can't control. Shane Gersich couldn't get the clear. Now Stetcher feeds up the boards. Bursic gets the puck in, not all the way in, gets control, feed out to the point, a blast and a save. Shot from Gage Osmus and a save by the outstanding goaltender for the Huskies, Ryan Ruck, the freshman.
Something Northeastern has to be careful about is their turnovers. They turn a puck over there, and Gage Osmus is going to walk into one, but Ryan Ruck, look at him out at the top of his crease. He's looking very confident. That is a good sign for this Northeastern team early in this contest.
So here's that top CBS line on the ice again for North Dakota. Keep an eye on 16, Brock Besser, the sensational freshman. Puck deflected over the glass and up into the netting by Jarrett Fennell for Northeastern. Talked about the good save early on by Ryan Ruck. What a part of that story of this team's turnaround he's been for Northeastern.
Well, he started off this season without a win through 10 games. For a freshman to do that, to regain his confidence and come back and have the second half that he did, 21-2, that is unheard of at this level of hockey.
Shot from Ledoux misses the mark. Momentary hesitation trying to get clear. Northeastern having trouble getting outside their own blue line. Good aggressive forecheck there by Luke Johnson. Now the turnover at center ice. And a chance here for the Huskies, and scores! Nolan Stevens gets Northeastern the quick goal in the early lead.
And we talked about Nolan Stevens in the open here. Here he is putting his team ahead 1-0. He went from 12 points to 40, now 42 this year. A great shooter. He worked on that with his father, John Stevens, all summer, who coaches the LA Kings. He walks in and he's going to make no mistake here. And that Northeastern bench, with the winning streak that they've been on, they are feeling very confident, excited. We talked about it earlier. They were playing soccer. They were loose before the game. We could hear them in the concourse joking around, and we're seeing it so far in this game tonight.
Nice play by Garrett Cockerell in the neutral zone to find Stevens with that puck. And so the early lead here for Northeastern. And now North Dakota to try and get it back. So again, Besser, Schmaltz, and Kajula on the ice. Here's Besser, but a whistle and an offside out at the line.
And you mentioned there the pass from Garrett Cockerell, and this is a player that is playing banged up in this tournament. He was due to have surgery this past week. He was reevaluated, decided he wanted to play in this game. They molded something for him to work here, and he's out here. He's a hockey player. That's what they say. They're the toughest guys in sports. He's a hockey player.
Northeastern goal, scored by number 21.
Miss on the outlet pass, and that'll go for an icing.
Garrett Cockerell. Time of the goal, 3:07.
And so 3:07 into the hockey game. Brad Berry's team finds itself behind 1-0. Berry, the former North Dakota player, longtime assistant in 2 different stints, now in his first year as head coach of the Green and White. There's Kajula and Schmaltz. Working around to Stetcher, who fires in, and Ruck makes the save and hangs on.
Fans stop behind section 112 to get a delicious slice of Donato's Pizza.
And on the other bench, Jim Madigan, Northeastern through and through.
Well, Jim Madigan talked about his defensive play here, and I don't think he's going to like seeing that top line with Drake Kajula and Brock Besser cycling around in the zone. They will try to do that. The 3 of them together with Nick Schmaltz, they move the puck so well with short 5-foot passes. They create a lot of confusion in the defensive zone. Northeastern wants to make sure they have their heads on a swivel, because these guys, they'll try to seam pass through boxes in that offensive zone.
So Stevens from Cockerell, 3:07 into the game, and a 1-0 lead for the Huskies. Stevens back taking this face-off. There's Luke Johnson, fires from an odd angle. And now Colton Sosherman will not be able to clear. Now it will. Squirt outside the line. That's offside. as Poganski tried to wait, but everybody wasn't clear before he touched the puck inside the blue line. Talked about some of the keys to the game and things that Brad Berry wanted to see from his team in this one.
Well, puck possession is really important for this North Dakota team with the skill level that they play with. Right now, they've won the first 6 of the first 10 faceoffs, which is very important to them. When you're winning draws, you're starting with the puck. Something North Dakota takes pride in. They have a lot of good faceoff men. Talking with Dave Starman, talking about, he does a lot of their games, telling me about their puck possession and their offensive firepower that they have on this North Dakota team.
Northeastern gets the puck in deep. Here's the reversal on the pinch on the far side. Eric Williams keeps it in. And another chance. Cockerill fires, knocked away. Wow. This is Waugh, down deep behind the net, tries to get it in front. A second attempt through the crease. Offensive zone time here for Northeastern. Weak shot, as Cockerill didn't get everything on it, and tied up there by Cam Johnson in net for North Dakota. Which brings us to the under 15 timeout. A 1-0 game as John Stevens takes a pass, beats the North Dakota goalie, and puts Northeastern up early.
NCAA Hockey Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual. We help you live life differently. And in part by Pep Boys. Trust the boys to get you there.
The Ralph Engelstad Arena sold out for 15 of North Dakota's 17 home games this year. They led the nation in average home attendance. What a scene.
It's a beautiful arena they have there, the Ralph, as it's called in the college hockey realm. One of the nicest rinks at any level in the country.
So here in Cincinnati, North Dakota finds itself down 1-0.
Great offensive pressure there by the BU transplant, Brendan Collier, and we talked about it early. They need to put pressure on this North Dakota defense or they're going to do what they want. They really take what's in front of them. So it's a good shift by Kevin Waugh's line. Kevin plays with a lot of skill. He came back for his senior year to do something special, and he really had the opportunity to move on to the pro level.
Here's Schmaltz, feeds out wide. Jula with a shot. Knocked away by Rook. Northeastern made a quick line change, had its 4th line out against that CBS line for North Dakota. And a missed pass. They tried to hit Nolan Stevens coming breaking through the middle, but his stick, nice defending there by North Dakota.
These two guys have a sixth sense for where they are on the ice. They train together all summer. They work out together. John Stevens assisted on Nolan's first ever goal at UNH on a play they worked on all summer. I talked to their father earlier this week, who's on the road with the LA Kings right now, and he said these guys, they have a sixth sense. They know where one another's going to be because they spend so much time with each other.
So both teams' 4th lines out there now. Far side Bershik dumps it in deep. Couldn't be played. North Dakota with a chance. Out to the point. Shot gets through. Goal! Keaton Thompson let it go from the point. Rebound bobbled around.
And we talked about this North Dakota defense getting involved. We're going to see Keaton Thompson sneak in there around the top of the circle, and he pinballs one in off the Northeastern player standing at the net.
Now Simonson might have gotten a stick on that. 10 for North Dakota as it sat behind Ryan Ruck.
And Johnny Simonson gets dirty. And these 4th lines for both these teams, they're not your traditional 4th lines. They play with a lot of energy, but they can all skate very well. Their skill on those lines. Northeastern's 4th line had a big goal for them, Pond, last weekend in the Hockey East Finals. Here you see North Dakota's 4th line getting them on the board. And I think there's a little bit of a sigh of relief on that North Dakota bench, and they can settle in and start to get to their game plan.
So 1 apiece. Just at the 6 minutes played mark in this game.
Scored by number 10, Johnny Simonson. Assisted by number 4, Keaton Thompson. And assisted by number 11, Trevor Olson. Time of the ball, 5:43.
So Simonson will indeed get credit for the goal.
Assisted by number 4, Thompson. And assisted by number 11, Olson. And 5:43.
And Northeastern gets a clear. North Dakota tries to catch the Huskies on a line change. Johnson forced out wide. Nice defense there by Benning. Johnson spins around, fires through traffic, wide of the mark.
And this Johnson line should be a very big factor in this game. You're going to see the Stevens line matched up as much as they can against the Kajula line. So look for Luke Johnson's line to be an impactful line in this game, because they're not going to have to go against that top heavy line for the Huskies.
Cockerill and Benning scrapping in the corner. Puck comes back around. Ledoux. Shot doesn't get through. Benning will look for a way out. Johnson pressing him. Cockerill will have some room to skate as North Dakota goes for a change. Here's Waugh. Playmaker, senior playmaker for Northeastern. Couldn't get that one through, but now a chance here. Nice back checking there. Ledoux was all over Waugh as he tried to get into the zone. Waugh finds the puck on his stick again. Spins around, knocked away. Ledoux, Waugh still all over the puck. Knocked down though. Pullman will play it up the boards. Kept in there. Aston Reese. Now the puck will skip out to center ice. Stevens. John Stevens. Hit hard. Turnover here. North Dakota with a shot. Easily sticked away by Ruck. Three in red, two in white fighting for the puck behind the net. And the three in red win the battle. There's Stevens again. Dumps it in deep. Heads off for a change. North Dakota looks for the breakout. Pass couldn't be gathered in. And now dumped in deep by Adam Gaudette for Northeastern. Sakura feeds Gaudette. Rebound knocked away. Johnson on top of that one. Keaton Thompson will fire it and will clear the zone. Now picked up. A deflection. Good job of staying with that one by the Northeastern defense.
And we can really see the team settling in right now. We're starting to see rushes back and forth. Cam Johnson there just made a save. He's settling into this game, starting to feel good about the way his team's playing in front of him. This North Dakota transition, something they need to do well, is starting to go.
Here's Stetcher, the defenseman. We talked about the defenseman jumping into the play. Takes it all the way in, shoots from outside the face-off circles, missed the mark. Now Kajula behind the net. Back to the point. Osmus across the Stetcher. Shoots it wide off the boards. Besser couldn't corral it. Schmaltz couldn't keep it in as fed it out to the point. It got by Osmus.
And something that impresses me so much about this top line for North Dakota, especially Drake Kajula, every time I look up, when I watch these guys play throughout the year, he's winning a battle on the wall. He plays so gritty, and he also has so much skill. He gets Nick Schmaltz, and he gets Brock Besser in great areas to score goals for this North Dakota team.
Good fight for the puck by Poganski. Still on it, out to the point. Shot with traffic in front, and Rook is somehow able to fight off a fight for the puck against Rhett Gardner and tie it up for the face-off. To get your first goal since October in a regional playoff game, pretty good.
Fans, make sure to stop behind sections 104.
What a season it's been for the Northeastern Huskies. They started the year 1-11-2, but in their last 23 games, 21-2. They've won their last 13 straight. The last time they were tied, February 5th. The last time they lost, February 1st in the Beanpot.
Well, they had 10 sweeps to finish the year against a lot of very quality Hockey East opponents. And when I talked with Coach Jim Madigan yesterday, he highlighted a stretch of their season where they went 2-2-1, and the last win they had in that that 2-2-1 was against Michigan State, a household name. They played Providence College, Boston College. They had their Belfast trip where they lost to Lowell, but it gave them a lot of belief that they were a good team. They just needed to start doing little things and details correctly, but they were right there. And after that Michigan State win, that's when they started on their tear that they have been on.
Good back check by Schmaltz. Gets possession, gets into the zone. Besser tries to find Kajula, but the puck goes out to the point, and a goal! Tucker Pullman, and it's 2-1 North Dakota. That started with good work in the neutral zone that led to the good result in the offensive zone.
Well, Drake Kajula doing work along the boards, getting it into the zone, and we're going to see it here. The puck errantly goes out to the point, and Tucker Pullman is going to make no mistake for the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota. This North Dakota defense, when I watched them on all of the tapes and saw them this season, I loved that decor. They're big, they're fast, they can skate. They enable the skill on the top line for North Dakota. When you look around hockey, the best offenses start on the back end with a group of guys who can skate and who can move the puck.
Now remember, in a video review situation of a goal, they can go back as far as making sure the play is onside. And so that was what was going on, we believe, but the review is concluded. The goal is good, and it's 2-1 for North Dakota. So it'll be Pullman from Besser and Schmaltz.
Time of the goal, 10:22. North Dakota goal scored by number 3, Pullman.
And after that opening flurry that saw Northeastern get the first goal, this last 4 or 5 minutes, the lot of the possession time has been in the Northeastern zone.
Well, we're starting to see the speed in North Dakota. Their D are starting to jump up in the play, lead the rush even, get involved in the offense. The best teams you see out there have a 5-man offense, which means the defense are very involved, low to high passing.
Johnson with a good check to strip the puck in the Northeastern zone. The shot deflected out of play. Tonight, the NCAA Women's Championship presented by Capital One continues on ESPN. Sweet 16 matchups at 7 Eastern include Syracuse and South Carolina. And then at 9, Stanford and Notre Dame from Rupp Arena. Both games streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app, of course. NCAA Men's Ice Hockey Championship Midwest Regional, first period in Cincinnati. Northeastern got on the board first. North Dakota has answered once and a second, and now leads 2-1 face-off in the Northeastern zone. Good clean face-off win out to the point. Shot doesn't get through. Benning can't get the clear. And now the puck will finally come back out to neutral ice where Luke Johnson picks it up for North Dakota. Stevens dumps it in deep. The other Stevens will chase. Quickly cleared by North Dakota, but Northeastern has the puck and they'll try again. A lot of traffic. Puck will get in deep. The whistle and a conversation in front of the Northeastern bench.
There was a little scrum there between Nolan Stevens and one of the North Dakota players. I think it was Gage Osmus. These Stevens boys, they play hard, very gritty players. They do play with a lot of skill, but there's a lot of grit to their game. They play heavy on their sticks. They're hard to knock off the puck, and we saw a little confrontation there between Nolan Stevens and, it was Troy Stetcher for North Dakota.
Lost his helmet. That's the reason for the whistle. Face-off will come outside of the Northeastern zone. So Ledoux will dump it in. And North Dakota will try again. Colton Saucerman now for Northeastern. Tuwa tries the long home run pass. Kirker couldn't bring it in. Pullman will clear. Saucerman again back in the neutral zone for Northeastern. Attempted pass there from Pullman up the far side was missed, and that will go for an icing and a stoppage of play. 3 goals already in this first period.
I didn't expect to see this early in the game. I thought these teams would feel each other out longer, but it's the North Dakota defense to me that's been the story so far, getting involved in the offense. They traditionally score a lot of points, leading the country the last 2 years in defensive scoring, and they've lived up to the bill today. Absolutely, the way they're moving the puck, transitioning the puck, and the way that they're skating.
This Northeastern team has a lot of high skill, high flying players, but they've got to crack this North Dakota defense in order to get it done. Puck into the crease, calmly skated away by Pullman. Now in deep, Kachula to Besser. Besser out in front, but just red jerseys there, skated away by Adam Gaudette. Gaudette in a lot of traffic, so he'll dump it away. Besser hit by Gaudette. Gaudette will get a puck in deep, and it will go right to Cam Johnson, who will tie it up there, and we'll get a stoppage with 6:44 to go in the period.
And something Northeastern really needs to be careful about is making hope plays, blind passes to the center. The way this North Dakota defense skates and transitions the puck, that will start their rush, and that will lead to a lot of odd man rushes and problems. And Coach Madigan told both of us yesterday, they're in trouble if they give up a lot of odd man rushes.
Near side, Poganski. And Northeastern will come away from the scrap with the puck, dumped in deep by Zach Aston-Reese for the red and white.
And it's easy to forget about Zach because he plays with the 2 Stevens brothers, but Zach's a very highly skilled guy. He's a guy that finds his way onto the score sheet. He gets to open areas of the ice. He really plays the game with a high hockey IQ and a lot of skill. The perfect line mate for these 2 brothers.
He's the team leader in points now after a line change and a change of possession. Here comes Simonson again. He'll dump it, and it will get knocked out of play. And we'll have a whistle with 5:53 to go in this first period. You saw the shots on goal on the screen a minute ago. North Dakota with the majority of the play after Northeastern got the early break in the game. And now the center ice face-off, won again by North Dakota. Olsen couldn't quite get it in deep. Saucerman, far side, now Pond. Dumps it in deep, but it will go for an icing. He hadn't quite cleared the red line yet when he flipped that one up in the air.
When you get into these icing situations where a line gets stuck out on the ice, now remember, when you ice the puck, you cannot change. The home team, North Dakota, they can make a change there because they were the team that went back, not the team who iced the puck. So something to keep an eye for with this line matchup.
CBS line on the ice for North Dakota against the 4th line for Northeastern. Huskies try and get a couple changed out. They'll get a couple, but again, North Dakota back into the offensive zone with the puck. And Besser had a chance right in front, and Ryan Ruck took the puck off him and tied it up.
And Ryan Ruck out at the top of his crease, looking very confident right now. We see a very close call. Brock Besser, a guy who knows how to finish the puck, Alan, hanging out on the doorstep looking for loose change. And it never surprises me that the guys who score all the goals, they get these easy tap-in goals because these guys are smart hockey players. They go to the right area. That's the reason they get these backdoor types of tap-in goals.
It's just a thought for me, but Brock Besser's probably not the guy you want to lose track of in front of your own net and leave him standing alone.
Gotta have your head on a swivel if you're this Northeastern defense anytime his line is out on the ice.
Good play up the boards, and Rhett Gardner gets the puck out of the zone. And now North Dakota will regroup with Tucker Pullman on the puck. Again, big defenseman brings it forward, tries to get it in deep, stood up there at the line. Good play by Jarrett Fennell. And the Huskies come away with the puck. They try for the pass up through the center to Waugh. He was defended well. Schmaltz falls down. Collier gets the puck in. But again, North Dakota comes away with it. Here's Schmaltz. Up through the center. Look at the hands. Dumped in deep by Stetcher. Besser. Kept alive over there. It was Kajula keeping it alive. Now Besser with the puck. Brock Besser, Rookie of the Year in the NCHC. Looking for some room. Feeds it to the point. Stetcher's shot blocked in front. Doesn't get through the traffic. Big offensive zone possession time here for North Dakota. Cockerill can't take the puck off Schmaltz. Schmaltz stick breaks. Still Northeastern doesn't get the puck clear. Cockerill tries to skate around the net. Checked hard there by Besser. And now finally the puck will get outside the Northeastern zone, but not for long. Here's Stetcher taking advantage of a line change. Taken down in front, and a penalty here on Northeastern.
And Troy Stetcher using his wheels as this North Dakota defense does all the time. They jump like frogs, as Dave Starman told me earlier today.
So first penalty of the game as Stetcher got free, taken down in front. And North Dakota goes on the power play in a minute. All right, Brendan, thanks. Look forward to hearing from you in just a few minutes. So North Dakota going on the power play, already up by 1.
And Troy Stetcher using his feet, forcing the Northeastern defense to take him down. He's going to look for every opportunity to get. It's not often you see a defenseman almost score a breakaway, but he jumped on an opportunity and he saw some space, and he skates as well as anybody out here on the ice today.
Already trailing by 1 late in this first period. It's kind of a big kill here for the Huskies.
Big momentum swing here. If they kill it off, they take and they move on with that momentum. And North Dakota, they're going to look to build off the 4 or 5 shifts they've had where they put a lot of pressure on this Northeastern team. They've won a lot of puck battles in the neutral zone. They've got the puck behind the Northeastern defense. A lot of things that Coach Brad Berry's talked with them about.
Attempt to clear right up the center, but fanned on in traffic. And so offensive zone time here for the North Dakota power play. Shot tipped, rebound, score. Luke Johnson.
And Luke Johnson providing to be that X factor that we talked about. This is a great setup for North Dakota. They play a bit of an overload that rolls into an umbrella type of look, coming off of a good hard point shot by Keaton Thompson. That's the second time Keaton putting the puck at the net has resulted in offensive chances and goals for this North Dakota team. North Dakota 3-1 right now. Northeastern starting to dig themselves into a hole early in this game.
Not something they want to do against this team. McMurtry enters the zone for Northeastern. Can they get something a little more going on offense in the last few minutes of this first period? Remember, they got the first goal. Not much to speak about since, in fact, only 6 shots on goal in this period for the Huskies. That one tipped up and out of play off the stick of Garrett Cockerill. And a face-off coming here with 2:46 to go deep in North Dakota territory.
The word we heard yesterday from Northeastern's head coach, Jim Madigan, was believability. This Northeastern team, they're not going to start having doubt. They haven't had it all season. They're a very resilient group. They will rebound from this. They will keep going, keep trying to execute their game plan, but they will not hang their heads on that bench.
Chipped in deep and tied up by Cam Johnson. The NCAA Frozen Four heading to Tampa, Florida. The action on Thursday, April 7th. Starts at 5 p.m. Eastern, live on ESPN2. And if you'd like to know more on the 2016 NCAA Frozen Four, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. Well, believability is one thing, but execution is another, Colby. And right now, since that first flurry in the game, I know I said this a little bit before, but it's beginning to really stand out. Northeastern's had no offense. They've been back on their heels.
There's been a lot of this game played in the neutral zone, which does not favor Northeastern. Northeastern needs to get pucks deep and make this North Dakota defense turn back and go chase pucks. You need to get bodies on them. Having said that, it's not an easy task when you're playing against a big, strong skating team with skill like North Dakota.
Schmaltz found Besser, shot deflected before it got to Ryan Rook. Attempted home run pass out to Sakura, turned away, and come North Dakota. Shot for the point, missed the mark. Rebound by Kajula, tipped away. And Northeastern now with some momentum. Dump in, John Stevens will chase to the corner. Line change for the Huskies. Under 2 minutes to go, first period. 2-goal lead for North Dakota. Here's Waugh, the captain for the Huskies. Finds Stevens behind the net. Stevens there working against Pullman. Stevens with some space. Now Aston Reese will get dispossessed there. They can't clear, kept in at the point. Cockerell, now John Stevens has it tipped away from him, and here comes North Dakota. Even as he got hit, Austin Poganski managed to get the puck in deep. Good forecheck. It's Luke Johnson again. Been all over the ice in this first period.
Well, Austin Poganski, he's a big player. Big guy out on the ice at 6'2". He's a big game player. He thrives on these big moments.
1 minute. 1 minute left in the period.
Gaudette in behind the net. Collier can't help him out. Here comes North Dakota again. It'll flip out to center ice from Stetcher, but it goes back the other way. Knocked away and offside. Benning had it tipped away from him right at the blue line as he tried to enter the zone. Well, this is the first of 4 games today between 2 regionals. The other is the Northeast Regional over in Worcester, where John Buchagras and Barry Melrose and our ESPN college hockey crew there are meeting with the teams and getting ready for the first of 2 games. Providence, Minnesota Duluth, Boston College, and Harvard.
Well, those are teams that know what they're doing there in Worcester. Boston College, they've won a handful of national championships in the last few years. Great program. They were a big rival of mine when I was at Boston University. And then Providence College, who they stunned the Terriers in the national championship game last year. And what a job Nate Lehman's done with that program, putting them on the map as a national powerhouse.
Benning shot from the point off the pass from Waugh. Kind of a floater. Was going wide, but Cam Johnson grabbed it and tied it up for good measure. 20.4 seconds left in this period.
When you get into these playoff scenarios, there's no such thing as a bad shot.
That's right.
Coaches, players, when you have a look at the net, the only thing you can't do is miss the net wide and start the breakout for the opposing team. But putting a puck on net when it comes to the playoffs is never a bad idea.
Benning crashes. Stevens keeps the puck in. Shot from the point through traffic, misses the mark. Saucerman pulled the trigger. Good offensive flurry here for Northeastern in this final moment of the first period. That play will go offside as Nolan Stevens was down behind the play as time runs out. Well, Northeastern got the first one. North Dakota got the next 3. And the 1 seed in the Midwest region is up 3-1 at the end of the first period. Brendan Fitzgerald and Dave Starman have our intermission report right now. Welcome back to the 2016 NCAA Hockey Championships presented by Northwestern Mutual. We are in Cincinnati at US Bank Arena, about to begin the second period between North Dakota and Northeastern, with the number 1 seed in this region having a 2-goal lead as the teams comes back onto the ice. Alan Bestwick, Colby Cohen, you said at the top of the broadcast that the key for North Dakota was their defensemen activating, getting into the play. That's exactly what we saw in the first period.
They were great that period. They were a part of what I like to talk about as a 5-man offense. That's when the defense aren't standing on the point, just waiting for the defensive rush. Their defense, they were jumping like frogs that period. Keaton Thompson involved in a few of the goals, getting pucks at the net in the playoffs. There's no such thing as a bad shot. Defensively, the top line started with Nick Schmaltz there, getting back, making plays defensively in the neutral zone. Then there, the D jumping up again. We're going to see it one more time here. Keaton Thompson getting pucks at the net. It's not always the big slapper, Alan, that's important. It's just getting the puck through sticks, lanes, and bodies and getting it at the net.
A big imbalance in the shots on goal, the 1 penalty that resulted in a North Dakota power play goal. And you see that North Dakota also heavily winning the face-off fight as we get ready to start the second. North Dakota in the white and green, and Northeastern in the red with the white and black trim, and Ryan Ruck will tie the dump-in pass up for a face-off early on to start this second period. So Nolan Stevens got Northeastern on the board first, just 3 minutes into the game, but after that, that play was heavily in the Northeastern defensive end, and the offense was all North Dakota's. Stetcher got it through into the front. Gardner tried to tap it home, knocked away. So Northeastern, after starting fast, kind of really went into an offensive lull for a significant part of that first period. Then they finished strong on the offensive end in the last few minutes of the first period. See if they can carry any of that momentum over here out of the locker room to start the second.
Well, Nolan Stevens talked about it with us there at the intermission. His team needs to get pucks deep. They need to start working their cutbacks in the offensive zone. If this game plays in the neutral zone for 75% of this game, it does not favor Northeastern. North Dakota, a much faster team, a bigger, more physical team. They want to get in the neutral zone and get the puck into the offensive zone. Look for Northeastern's transition game to pick up here. Coach Jim Madigan's been at this a while. He'll make the proper adjustments for his team.
Coming out into the slot and firing just wide was Kajula after Northeastern turned the puck over in its own defensive zone. Here's Kajula again out at the point, feeds across to the other side. Stetcher takes a shot, hits his own player in front. Besser laying loose. But couldn't be corralled by Kajula. Still offensive zone pressure. That was Schmaltz, by the way, not Kajula. Now here's Ledoux. Back in deep. Besser with the puck. Ooh, deceiving shot. Just missed on the near side. Schmaltz, Ledoux. Far side, fired in, and tied up after Pullman's shot went right into the chest protector of Ryan Ruck.
And North Dakota really hemming this Northeastern team in the defensive zone here, working around the Schmaltz line, doing what they do best, moving pucks around, getting 5 men involved. Brock Besser took a shot. Almost surprised Ryan Ruck at the net. That would have been a goal scorer's goal, one that you shake your head when he shoots it, and then it goes off the post, Alan, and we're looking at each other like he must know what he's doing with that puck.
Continued offensive zone pressure by the green and white. Northeastern can't get possession of the puck to clear it out. Second attempt to spin it back behind his own net by Sam Kirker finally results in the puck getting tapped out of the zone, but it's going to go all the way down for an icing call and come back the other way for another defensive zone faceoff for Northeastern. So early in the second period, heavy pressure by North Dakota.
North Dakota putting a lot of pressure on this Northeastern team right here. Sam Kirker with the turnover here. Throws it back around. They ice the puck. They can't change. North Dakota gets fresh bodies out on the ice. They get the line matchups that they want. Northeastern needs to start transitioning pucks a little bit cleaner out of that defensive zone.
So Dylan Sakura with the puck for Northeastern in a 2-goal deficit starting this second period. Out to the point. Fennell throws it wide. It quickly goes back into the hands of North Dakota. They turn it over in the neutral zone. Attempted clearing pass, knocked back in, and now finally brought back out by Mike McMurtry. Turned over again. Here comes North Dakota, dumping in deep. They go for a line change. Now Cockrell feeds wide side. McMurtry drops it off. Sakura defended well. Poganski tried to take the puck off him, went out front. Watt took a shot, then took another shot up under the chin, but the puck tied up and sent out of play.
16-34 against Cincinnati's Raiders.
And this is what Northeastern needs to do. They need to get the puck in the offensive zone. They need to find that dead ice, that spot right there around the dot, and they need to cycle pucks and hit that spot. Kevin Waugh gets into that spot. He plays the game with a lot of skill. I think he gets chances like that, Alan. Northeastern's going to start putting pressure back on this North Dakota team.
Poganski, good fight to get the puck out across in neutral ice, but stepping in just ahead of the puck and offside was North Dakota. And the faceoff will come back outside the line. Waugh has been, he's had a lot of energy in this game so far. He's looked good. He's done a lot with the puck by himself, but they just haven't been able to put something together to get more offensive pressure.
He plays on an interesting line. He plays with Brendan Collier and Sam Kirker, both guys who started at Boston University, and they've transferred on here to Northeastern, and they've done really well for themselves. But that line has a lot of skill with Kevin Waugh, but you also have two big wingers, and then you have a lot of grit too. It's a very interesting line for this Northeastern Huskies team, which has some deep offensive ability and different skill sets on each line.
There's a chance for Stevens to Stevens, but knocked away as he got in too tight on Cam Johnson, the North Dakota goaltender. Line change, and North Dakota has a chance to come out. Puck into traffic in front of the bench. Now wide side, and a nice move in traffic. Feeds across in front. Nobody there. And Northeastern with a break. Sakura couldn't get through. Now shot for the point by Benning, misses the mark. Far side, Daru tries to keep it in. Flipped up over his head and cleared by North Dakota. Good kick up to the stick in the neutral zone by Ledoux. Now on a line change, here's Waugh inside the line, tries to return the pass, but couldn't quite connect with Dylan Sakura. With a shot in front, here's Besser, shot it wide. Jared Fennell was there in front of his goaltender Ryan Ruck to keep there from being a shooting lane. Now the dump in as Fennell gets it deep. Northeastern goes for a line change. North Dakota gets a chance to regroup, clear out though, turn right over to Fennell. Now two Northeastern players bounce off each other and a break into the zone. Taken off his stick though by Fennell. He'll get it back out. Puck will go all the way down for an icing. And the faceoff will come back to the Northeastern zone with just over 5 minutes played, second period. Northeastern still without a shot in this second period on goal. But a little offensive life and a little spark from the Husky bench. Off the face-off win, a shot. It's a goal! North Dakota goes up 4-1. A face-off win leads to a quick shot that caught Ryan Ruck off guard. Bryn Chizik with the goal for North Dakota.
The senior making the most out of a great face-off win here. They win it back cleanly. Look, he dives in on and off his stick. I think this is one that Ryan Ruck may want back. This hits him as it's coming in and pops up in behind him into the top corner.
Went off a Northeastern stick and changed directions on Ryan Ruck, it looked like. And so now a possible... Well, just watching Ryan Ruck over at his own bench, but just for a towel break here as they review the goal, and it is a good goal. Watch it hit there. Did
that shot was deflected.
Go off of Garrett Cockerill?
Off Garrett Cockerill. I didn't realize that. Ryan Ruck is out at the top of his crease. The puck's deflected. Not a lot he can do about that one. Didn't see the deflection on the original chance. But North Dakota winning faceoffs. You win faceoffs, it gives you time of possession. You get a faceoff in the offensive zone off of an icing where the Northeastern can't change. They're doing all the right things here. This is a winning formula for the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota.
Now Besser in across the line, drops it off. Osmus shot, missed the mark. More pressure for North Dakota. Kept in, fired deep by Stetcher.
Assisted by number 26, Colton.
Now Northeastern will clear. Gaudette's pass intercepted. Back into the offensive zone with an easy shot by Gersich that was tied up by Ryan Ruck. So an early flurry in the second period, and again more North Dakota offensive pressure leads to a goal and a 3-marker advantage over Northeastern. North Dakota with a 3-goal lead on Northeastern, just over 5 minutes played in this second period. This North Dakota program has turned some very familiar names into the National Hockey League. Recognize that guy?
We see him lift the Stanley Cup quite a few times at the end of the year, and TJ Oshie, he's not far behind him. big trade from St. Louis to Washington this year, and he's been a great addition for that Washington Capitals team.
And of course, the path to the NHL from college hockey continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go on. Credit to the development process, to the strength of college hockey as a path of developing players.
Well, just today, walking around, you see guys like Keith Tkachuk, you see Steve Greeley, who works for the New York Rangers, John Lilly with the Toronto Maple Leafs. There's tons of guys that are here today. There's free agents, there's draft picks. Some of these guys could be playing in the NHL next week. You never know. When their season ends, it's up to them what they're going to do, but there's a lot of decisions that come with the end of your season.
Matt Benning's clearing pass couldn't clear the line. Luke Johnson was there to keep it in for North Dakota. Behind the net. Brett Gardner couldn't come up with it, but again, North Dakota all over it deep in the zone. Johnson fires, knocked away by Ruck. Stevens played there and knocked back deep into the zone. Good anticipation by Poganski for North Dakota. Hard work along the boards. And now Northeastern will get a chance for a clear. Here's Nolan Stevens, scored the first goal of the game. Long pass tipped in deep by Aston Reese. But Northeastern goes for a line change. Quickly back the other way comes Besser. Tipped back to the point. Shot wide. McMurtry fires it back around. Sakura back in front of his own goal, gives it to Besser, who scores for North Dakota. A turnover, and that's the wrong guy to leave free with the puck in front of your own goal. Brock Besser, the sensational freshman, gets his 26th goal of this season.
Not the guy you want to leave alone in front of the net. He's lit it up all year for this North Dakota team. He gets one right on the doorstep. The worst guy you could turn a puck over to on the crease. He is not going to miss from there. He's going to take the puck from his backhand to his forehand, on and off his stick before Ryan Ruck gets a chance to get set. That man is not going to miss from there.
At 7:05, North Dakota goal scored by number 16.
Hard work in the offensive zone continuing to pay results for North Dakota. And they now have a 4-goal lead, and we're not even halfway through this second period. By the way, that ties the season-high yield of goals by Northeastern. They haven't given up higher than 5 all year.
Well, Northeastern doesn't want to let this snowball. They're going to want to get the timeout in as soon as they can. They're going to need to regroup, talk, remind his players, guys, this is a long game. We have half of a game left. We need to start getting pucks deep. We're getting hemmed in our own zone. We're turning pucks over. They need to start playing faster, making quicker decisions.
That little flip on net, just the third shot in this period for Northeastern. Offside. Just a hair too soon at the line was Shane Gersich, and he stepped in before the puck cleared the zone. Well, Brock Besser has certainly been a phenomenon this year for Coach Bradbury and North Dakota. I mentioned 26 goals, 26 assists, 52 points now. He's a plus 30, 6 or 7 now with today's results?
And if he ends up leading this team at the end of the year, he'll be only the 3rd freshman in North Dakota history to lead this team in scoring. I mean, look how loaded up this offense is, and you've got a freshman leading the way.
Back into the zone and a good forecheck again. Shane Gersich working hard behind the net. Out to the point. Keaton Thompson back in deep behind the net. Trevor Olson, 11. And Gersich, 19. But Benning will come away with it. Not out of the zone, though. Kept it at the point by Keaton Thompson. Northeastern's breakout's not working at all. Benning flips it, but a stick there in the way. Kajula now, 9 on the puck. Feeds Besser. Here he is again. Takes a shot in traffic. Sticked away by Ruck. Both teams change as Keaton Thompson fires out. Schmaltz, Besser, couldn't get it back through Schmaltz. Nice defensive play there by Sam Kirker for Northeastern. Once again, neutral zone checking, and North Dakota has the puck. Here's Besser, feeds Kajula, and save will be made there by Ryan Ruck. And a little post tie-up whack into the pads draws the attention of the Northeastern players.
And Drake Kajula, who has 16 career game-winning goals this year with a great chance, but Northeastern right now is killing themselves with these turnovers, and that's due to the overwhelming speed and skill of this North Dakota team. Right now, Northeastern needs to simplify things. They need to start making short, 5-foot passes off the wall, use the boards, go tape to tape, complete a few passes, get back to the really simple things, and try to build off of it shift at a time. Right now, they need 4 just to tie it. You're not going to get 4 in one shift. You have to start somewhere.
You have to start by being able to get the puck out of your own zone. The breakout when they have possession just not working for the Huskies right now. Another chance for them. Flipped out, kicked back in, just outside the line though. Good attempt by Rhett Gardner to kick the puck back in, but whistled there by the linesman. Tonight, NCAA Women's Championship Basketball presented by Capital One continues. ESPN2 Sweet 16 round matchups featuring Washington and Kentucky at Rupp Arena, and Tennessee and Ohio State. Both games, of course, streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Halfway through period number 2, Cincinnati Midwest Regional NCAA Men's Hockey Championship Tournament. The 1 seed in the Midwest region, North Dakota, all over Northeastern, who was this year's late season success story. Come in not having lost in their last 14 games, but they are being swarmed by white and green in this one. Shot from the point into traffic is tied up, and a whistle brings us to the under 10 media timeout. 5-1 North Dakota. Wow. Jim Madigan's Northeastern Huskies need a turnaround in the second half of this game if they're going to win and advance in this Midwest Regional. They had a turnaround this season that started really to take a turn when they went overseas to play in the Friendship 4 with Colgate Brown and UMass Lowell. Trip to Belfast, Northern Ireland, where they went 1-1, but came up with the foundation for changing their season around. And oh, by the way, met a guy who knows something about winning, Rory McIlroy. They stumbled upon him at a museum.
Anytime you go away with your team for 6 days like that, it gives you a great chance to bond. This year, look at this. You've got all 4 teams from the Beanpot, a tournament that personally I'm quite familiar with, having played in a few of those with my alma mater, Boston University. All 4 of those teams in the NCAA tournament this year. Something that, quite frankly, I'm surprised doesn't happen more often with the strength of Hockey East and the ECAC this season.
Well, the last time Northeastern lost a hockey game was February 1st in the Beanpot tournament. But they are in a big, big hole here in the Midwest Regional against North Dakota. Down 5-1. 9:54 to go, second period. And having a lot of trouble generating any kind of shots and any kind of offense right now in this second period. Adam Gaudette will break it out. Tanner Pond will dump it in. Penalty coming up. And that is going to be an interference call. And a power play coming up could perhaps be something that gives Northeastern a little momentum.
Anytime you get your hands up in the face here, like Shaw does back on the defensive side of the puck, especially with a 5-1 lead, the refs are going to call that to the head every time. And like you said, Alan, this is a chance for Northeastern to start taking some momentum. You have to build off something that is being said on the bench right now. It's, guys, we need to build. We need to start. We need one at a time.
So let's see how the Husky power play does. They're 7th in the nation in converting on power plays this year. And they've been a lot better than that through this late stretch run. There's a shot from top of the circle by Dylan Sakura. Is tipped up and out of play. Face-off in the offensive zone to the right of goaltender Cam Johnson.
And with Northeastern right now, we're seeing group maybe 1B, we'll call it. They have group 1A and 1B. You see Kevin Waugh out there on the point, a position that he's played for most of his college career with his offensive ability, but he'll try to sneak down to the back door. He'll try to get involved in the slot, even though he starts on that back point position.
Ooh, through the crease and just over the stick of Waugh, who had a half an open net. Tipped away from McMurtry, and North Dakota will clear. Now McMurtry will get it back, turn around at center ice, lose the handle, and have to regroup and start again. They gain zone access, but over Waugh, and then knocked away and over the glass by Troy Stetcher.
We're going to see right here, Northeastern, they roll into an umbrella with Cockrell at the point. He's going to set up there, and Kevin Waugh sneaking in off the back door, like I alluded to before they drop the puck. He's a dangerous player. He roams around on the power play. He looks for those open ice spots as goal scorers find their way on the ice.
Timeout, North Dakota.
North Dakota has called their timeout. And there it was. Waugh was free on the back door, but the puck tipped as it came across to him and just skipped across his stick.
He did have an opportunity here, but Troy Stetcher makes a great play. He gets just enough of it. Something you preach on the penalty kill. You have to have good sticks. You have to create the element of another man being on the ice. If four guys, have their sticks in good positions, that's a lot of ice you're taking away from this power play.
So while the North Dakota timeout continues, reminder that tonight after the NCAA Women's Sweet 16 game between Stanford and Notre Dame, Sports Center at night with Lisa Kearney and Kevin Connors with all the men's and women's NCAA tournament highlights, well as the NBA spring training, NHL highlights, and of course the NCAA men's college hockey tournament highlights. Streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Sports Center at night tonight on ESPN. 5-1 North Dakota, shorthanded for another minute. Northeastern pressing. Really needing to convert on this man advantage to try and regain some sort of footing in this game. Huskies looking for zone entry. They get it, but not far. Puck tips out to Gaudette, though. Shot misses. And up into the netting, and a whistle and a face-off coming.
And a very textbook entry here by the Northeastern Huskies, getting it out wide. They get a lucky bounce there, and it flips into the middle, and they end up with a good look at the net. But right now, there's no such thing as a bad look at the net for this Northeastern team. They haven't had a lot of great chances. This goalie, Cam Johnson, he hasn't seen a lot of shots or a lot of grade A scoring chances, Alan. So anything right now is going to be a good shot for them. 9
shots in the game. 3 in this period for Cam Johnson, the North Dakota netminder, and they try the face-off again here. Just checking the clock to make sure some time did not run off it after the false start a moment ago. So they will place 1 second back on the clock. If you're Northeastern, you'll take all the seconds you can get. There's Cam Johnson, the sophomore goaltender. 5 shutouts this season, 1 goal allowed in 15 of his 30 games. He's been stellar for North Dakota. Nice stick in the passing lane. Tipped out of the zone by Rhett Gardner.
As you alluded to, that's a great stick, a very underrated play. He'll get back to the bench and get taps from everybody on that. Anytime you break up a play like that in the defensive zone, having a good stick, that's something you work on. That is drilled into your mind. The day you get into college hockey, you got to have a good stick. You hear it every level moving up, whether you're playing men's league or whether you're playing Pee-wees.
Time running out on the power play, and Northeastern is not going to come up with anything to show for it. As deep into the zone, Tucker Pullman dumps the puck for North Dakota. Now we'll see if the green and white can ramp up the offensive pressure that they had until the penalty call a minute ago. Play in this period aside of those 2 minutes has been all in the Northeastern defensive end. Good stand up there by Keaton Thompson, removing the puck from Northeastern. Into the neutral zone. Good effort to get the puck. Shanna Tweenan, 25. Turns it over, and right back out of the zone it comes. And an icing on North Dakota with 7:05 to go in the second period.
Well, when I talked to Coach Brad Barry yesterday, something him and his players talked so much about was defense, defensive pressure. There we see it leading to a goal for them. Here we see the defensive pressure on a forecheck. They get down, they're getting into people's areas, into space. Right there, the defenseman holds the blue line. Defensive pressure. They preached it to us yesterday. At one point, I even looked at you, Alan, and I said, you know, this team seems a little more offensive to me than they give themselves credit for. They talked all defense yesterday.
And their defense at work now, trying to keep Northeastern off the board. Puck bounces around. Kirker feeds in front. Went off the stick of Brendan Collier, but not into the net.
And it's a little bit of a cliche, and Coach Jack Parker said it to me, and David Quinn drilled it into my head. And you know what they told me? They said, you want to play offense, Colby? You're an offensive guy. Learn how to play defense. Learn how to defend. You don't want to do that, you'll never play offense. And North Dakota, they've taken that to heart, and they're defending great right now, and it's leading to all their offense.
The checking in the neutral zone, in the offensive zone, and even in the defensive zone there, where they just knocked the puck off of Aston Reese as Northeastern gets a chance here. In front, couldn't connect. As one Stevens tried to feed the other. Now Keaton Thompson tries to play it away from Nolan Stevens. John Stevens in there as well. Nolan comes out with it. Back to the point. Shot kicked away by Johnson. Fired around. Benning crashes. Tries to keep it in for Northeastern. Tipped ahead and out and away with it. And the dump in. Simonson, who has a goal earlier in this game. First goal since October for Johnny Simonson. Nice stick there by Luke Johnson to take the attempted connecting pass away. Now he tries to dangle away in the offensive zone. Loose glove on the ice. Ryan Ruck will take the clear in and tie it up for a face-off.
And although Northeastern didn't score on their power play, it has given them a little bit of momentum. Eric Williams keeps a rolling puck in, which turns around and leads to a chance. Sam Kirker throwing one at the net for Northeastern, and they need to build off these types of plays. Another good stick by the North Dakota defense, though. Very underrated small plays with good sticks. That's a sign of a well-coached team.
Another well-played face-off, just like they scored a goal on earlier. Kajula's shot missed the net. No rebound out in front, and it's cleared away. And here comes Northeastern. Cockrell up into the neutral zone, turns it over there. Now gets it back. That's Collier. Tries to dump it in. Taken away from him by Stetcher. Now Northeastern again with a clear-out pass. Into the center of the ice. Adam Gaudette couldn't do anything with it. Behind the net, they fight for it. Comes back out to Gaudette. Looks for some space. Looks for an open shooting lane. Fires far side. Good defense there. Gets in the way of Brendan Collier. And a whistle. And a stoppage in play with 4:33 to go in this half. And a offensive player in the crease is the reason for the whistle and the stoppage. 5-1 North Dakota. 4.5 to go, second period in Cincinnati. All right, Brendan, thanks. And here is the crease violation that led to the stoppage of play and the faceoff coming out to the neutral zone.
And the rules do allow for a forward to be in the crease, but you cannot set up in the crease. Now, if you drift back, then it's okay. Even if there's a goal, you can have a foot in the crease. But to set up in the crease, like Sam Kirker did, they're going to blow the whistle. They're going to bring the faceoff outside. Sam Kirker, a big-bodied guy, trying to create a little bit for his team, take the goalie's eyes away if a puck comes flying at the net.
So 5-1 North Dakota, 4.5 to go, second period. Northeastern a little more life offensively after an unsuccessful power play a little while ago. But really the first half of this period was all North Dakota. There's a shot that misses the net from the far side by Kevin Waugh. Waugh with the puck behind the net. Look at that pass from his knees behind his back. Found Dylan Sakura. Sakura in deep to McMurtry. McMurtry couldn't come cleanly away with it. But Benning keeps it in, fires at the net. Waugh looked for the rebound. Sakura backed into the boards. Out front, off the mark. Waugh again had a shot, deflected away.
This is a lot of what Northeastern needs to do in order to get back into this game. They talked about cutbacks yesterday, Alan. Coach Madigan used that term where his forwards are cutting back and they're moving their feet on the walls. We're seeing it here, and it's led to 2 or 3 great chances for them.
Deep, Sakura with 2 whacks at it, and Cam Johnson holds that near side post to keep it out of the net.
Well, Northeastern's starting to get a little bit of momentum. This all starts with Kevin Waugh. He goes down, but he has the presence of mind to go behind his back. It leads to a cycle on the far wall. The puck gets behind the net. It's going short passes like we talked about that they needed to do on their breakout. Now they're doing it in the offensive zone, and it leads to another great chance there at the end where Sakura gets 2 whacks at it, but Cam Johnson, he looks solid there. He kept onto that post. He wasn't cheating. Good sign, because you know what? Cam has not seen a lot of shots today. It's hard to stay focused in a situation like that.
Flipping deep to Johnson, and he had that knuckleball well handled. Puck stays in. But now North Dakota will get the clearing pass as we come down to 3 minutes to go in this second period. Osmus will bring it inside the Northeastern zone. Feed it out front. Nobody there to try and tap it home. Now Nolan Stevens, who opened the scoring in this game just 3 minutes in. Of the 6 goals scored, Northeastern had the first one a few minutes into the game. The 5 since have been all North Dakota's. They get the puck in, but it's tapped out and over the glass at a stoppage here with 2:39 to go. This the first of the games to be played today in the Midwest region. The nightcap is Michigan and Notre Dame. Coming up later on, the winners will meet tomorrow night.
Well, those schools, they seem to find each other in college sports, don't they, Alan? Those teams have such an old, fun rivalry. You've got Jeff Jackson and Red Berenson, 2 historic coaches. Those are schools that when I used to see them on the schedule when I was playing in college, I would be so thrilled and excited. I loved playing against that Michigan M or those Notre Dame Irish. Fun hockey we have ahead of us here on ESPN.
And we talk about a clash of styles in that one, right? Michigan, the wide-open, freewheeling, top-scoring offense in the nation. Notre Dame, known for tight checking, hold it close to the vest, neutral zone play. It'd be really interesting. Turnover deep in the zone. Janet Tweenan could only stick it to the side, but still North Dakota keeps it in. 2 minutes to go, second period. Up and over the glass. Lincoln Griffin's attempt to play the bank shot to get it out of the zone goes awry, and a faceoff will come in the offensive zone for North Dakota.
Lincoln Griffin making a safe play there. He ends up putting it out, but that's okay. Sometimes making a play where you try to get up and off the wall better than turning something over into the middle.
Ruck knocks that shot away. Attempt by Trevor Olson to get the puck in on net. So more offensive zone pressure late in the period for North Dakota. Here's Simonson. Brings it out, throws it on net. Look to see if he could get a lucky bounce in a crowd. Gets the puck back. Tapped away from the front of the net by Garrett Cockerell. It's still North Dakota with possession. Simonson again. Now finally, Jarrett Fennell will try and bring the puck up. Doggedly pursued there. Far boards by Shane Gersich, who got taken down. Stepped on a stick. No call. Even when they make a good play, they can't get the puck out of the zone on this shift for Northeastern. Here's Gersich. Feeds behind the net. Wraparound attempt by Simonson. Goes wide. Ledoux keeps it in. Now it's Besser. Feeds out in front for Kachula as the CBS line comes on for North Dakota.
And North Dakota's had them hemmed in. They're going to get fresh legs out on the ice right now with the Kajula line against a tired Northeastern bunch.
Good move at the point to keep the puck in by Stetcher. Feeds it out front. Kajula looked for the rebound. Ruck lost his stick. Heavy pressure here by North Dakota. Shot from the point by Osmus. Misses the mark. Retired legs for Northeastern, and it's all North Dakota here. 20 seconds to go in the period. Can they ring another one up? Here's Besser. Lets it go, knocked around in traffic, sits free in front, and knocked off the glass, but not out of the zone.
Great deflection there by Drake Kajula, showing absolute fabulous skill and hand-eye coordination.
The last minute and 42 seconds of this period all spent deep in the Northeastern zone. A little extracurricular at the horn. But it will stop there. Everything in this period, though, green and white.
They really finished that period the way they wanted to, with all that pressure.
So it's 5-1 at the end of 2. North Dakota leading Northeastern. We head to our intermission report with Brendan Fitzgerald and Dave Starman.
And we're chipping pucks in and playing a full 200-foot game and holding the line so they can't enter the zone skating with it. They have to chip it, and we're just making it hard on them, I think.
Gage, what do you guys need to do in the third period to make sure you don't take your foot off the gas and you guys keep going forward, applying the pressure that you are?
Yeah, well, we learned a valuable lesson earlier this year against Colorado College. We were up 4-0 in the first period, and they ended up coming back on us and getting a lead 5-4. So we just tell our guys to keep going, keep playing the way we do, and we can't let our foot off the gas pedal any bit here.
That's the North Dakota captain, Gage Osmus. Thanks, Gage. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome back to the 2016 NCAA Hockey Championships presented by Northwestern Mutual. We are at US Bank Arena in Cincinnati, where North Dakota is well ahead of Northeastern 5-1 as we get ready for the start of the third period. Alan Bestwick with Colby Cohen. Little things can make a big difference in a hockey game. The big difference on the scoreboard for North Dakota has been made by doing a lot of really little things right.
They've played the right way tonight, and their coach preached defense and good sticks and back pressure and making this unselfish plays for your teammate. And on the goal that they scored on this face-off, we're going to see Janet Tweenan is going to make this play by setting a pick off the face-off. He runs just enough interference, but not enough for it to be a penalty. We'll give you another look here. Really giving and creating space to walk off the wall and put that shot. Not the prettiest goal we saw all period, but that doesn't matter for North Dakota. They'll take him, and they will keep this pressure on in the third period.
So 5-1, looking to advance to the regional final, which will be tomorrow at 6 p.m. on ESPN2 here in Cincinnati, to play the winner of the game that comes up later as that squirts wide off of Cam Johnson. Michigan and Notre Dame still to come. Northeastern trying to generate some offensive zone pressure to start this period. Nolan Stevens feeds his brother John. Saved by Johnson. Goodwin with the blocker. Stevens hit on the back check. And with tired legs, he will head to the bench.
And you got to think Northeastern has the green light right now all around. They're going to have to start taking chances. I know they have a full 20 here, Alan, but the D, they're going to have to start coming down the walls in the offensive zone, keeping pucks alive, being more involved and more a part of this offense right now.
Out in front, and McMurtry couldn't get a stick on it in 2 attempts to tip it home. From beyond the red line, puck thrown deep into the zone. That'll be an icing, and it'll come back into the North Dakota zone for the faceoff. North Dakota, after 2 periods, 23-0-2 this year when leading.
They're a team that's hard to beat when they're winning. Here, Northeastern, they're going to get a good chance. Their defenseman jumps in the rush here, just like we talked about. He lays into a shot on a low-to-high pass from the goal line out to the top of the circle, walking into it, creating some traffic and some chaos at the net. They need chaos. Cam Jansen, when they've needed Cam Johnson tonight, he's been great. He hasn't seen a lot of action. They need to get chaos and bodies around him.
Troy Stetcher will clear for North Dakota. And some of those tired players who had to stay on from the icing head for the bench. Good stick there. Sam Kirker taps the puck away, but quickly back into the zone. Kajula on for North Dakota. Feeds Schmaltz. Back to Kajula. Looks to the point. Bob Ledoux leaning the other way, and the puck goes all the way back down into the North Dakota zone. Now Northeastern with a chance coming into the zone. Tanner Pond couldn't keep it on his stick, and he's ridden to the boards there by Tucker Pullman. Pullman taps it up. Kajula swings it around. Just missed, hitting Besser. Back into the zone comes Matt Benning for Northeastern. Checked off the puck there. Out it comes. Besser with momentum, trying to create a break. Shot from the far side and a save by Ryan Ruck. Schmaltz tries to find some running room with the stick. Couldn't take it off of Pond, though. Pond gets it in deep for Northeastern. Around the other side, Aston Reese onto the ice. Gets it taken off his stick. Stevens in deep. John Nolan chases. Shaw backhands away. And North Dakota, Jana Tweenan gets it out. Tied up in the feet there of Eric Williams. So North Dakota gains zone entry. Now the puck back to the point. Olsen takes a shot, steered away by Ruck. Quickly the puck back in deep again as North Dakota tries to apply the pressure. Dangerous pass. John Stevens just was able to get it away before Gersich got his stick on it. And offside, as on the far side, stepping in as Waugh made the move along the blue line, was Mike McMurtry. Got to figure, when you're behind by 4 goals, and you're facing a defense whose numbers look like that, it's not just an uphill climb. You're trying to climb Mount Everest here in this third period.
This is a deep group of blue liners. They all skate. They all move the puck. We've been preaching about how good they are since the open of our show today, Alan. These guys have lived up to the bill. They are going to carry this team far.
Offside, Northeastern forced to tag up. North Dakota with a chance to regroup. Tucker Pullman can't get it clear. Ledoux with a nice change of directions. Pullman will get another try at it here on the breakout. Finds Gersich in the center. Bounces off a Northeastern player deep into the zone. Here come the Huskies with a chance to break out as North Dakota changes. Gaudette dumps it in deep. Northeastern's forecheck. Benning will get the puck back. Tip it in deep. Here's Waugh. Out to the point. Shot from the point, deflected in front as Darou's shot was tipped in front of the net by Adam Gaudette, but Cam Johnson was there for the save.
Well, Kevin Waugh showing his skills here where he goes from his backhand to forehand at the top of the circle and tucks a pass underneath the North Dakota forward stick, and that's getting the puck at the net. He didn't go for the big windup. Standing up at the point, he took a little snapshot through to the net with good tips and good presence, good traffic in front of the net. Northeastern needs to build off some of these good offensive shifts that they're having right now.
Waugh shoots one wide as he tried for the near side on Johnson. And that puck will be up out of play. And looks like result in a defensive zone faceoff for North Dakota. So Kevin Waugh, in his senior season, his coach Jim Madigan talked about injuries that he's fought through quietly and how he came back for his senior season when he perhaps had options to do otherwise because he wanted to do something special with this team.
Those were his words yesterday. He wanted to do something special with this team. He was described to me by the Northeastern Huskies sports psychologist as a hockey savant.
His team needs a lot of hockey wizardry right now. Trailing North Dakota, just under 15 to go in the game. All right, Brendan, thanks. 5-1 North Dakota over Northeastern here with Michigan and Notre Dame to come in the second game of our doubleheader. Brad Berry, the first-year head coach of this North Dakota team, one of a number of coaches in this tournament who play for their alma mater. Berry, a former player, twice in stints as an assistant coach, now in his first year as head man here. Part of the storied history of this North Dakota hockey program. Two current NHL head coaches were North Dakota players. You probably can pick one out. He was in one of those photos. Can you pick the second?
I can pick Dave Haxtell out. I do not know the other one. But talk about a humbling group of coaches for a program that's had as much success as North Dakota. I was really fortunate to chat with Dave Haxtell yesterday, really briefly, on a game day for his Flyers.
Goal there from the point. Matt Benning gets one back for Northeastern. Back to that in just a second.
Well, Matt Benning, he's a guy, we haven't said his name tonight as much as they probably would like, but he's going to find a great area. He sneaks in as a defenseman. Anytime you can get lost in that area around the offensive dot and you get a good look at the net, a guy like Matt Benning, he's not going to miss. His offensive game has really developed. He's the workhorse for this Northeastern Husky defense. He plays between 28 and 30 minutes a night, which is a lot of ice time to log all year. He's been very resilient, very reliable for this Northeastern team, and he gets them a little bit of momentum with 14 and a half minutes to go here, Alan.
Gives the pep band who made the trip to Cincinnati something to play for. So it will be Benning from McMurtry and Kevin Waugh. And now 5-2. One of the few times in the second half of this game so far that North Dakota's defense has not been able to clear the zone effectively. Let's see if North Dakota gets one right back here. Now a whiff on that one. And with a little momentum, Stevens into the zone. Feeds his brother, couldn't get, excuse me, that was not Stevens, that was Aston Reese. He couldn't get it across to the other Stevens. So you were saying about Haxtell.
And just as I was talking about Coach Haxtell, who's probably watching somewhere, wherever his team is on the road right now, he's not going to like that defensive zone coverage by this North Dakota team. But I asked Coach Haxtell, I said, Coach, what kind of advice did you give them? And do you take a lot of pride and do you take any credit? He would take no credit for himself. What a humble guy. You know, Coach Haxtell, he helped build this team. He said, no, Coach Berry, he built the team, and my other assistants, I told them, have fun. He said, these guys know what they're doing. This program is in great hands. And like I said, a humbling group of guys.
The other NHL head coach who was a UND player is Dave Tippett.
All right, I did not know that, and you asked me earlier, you wouldn't let me look it up. You had to call me on it on air.
Wow, big collision center ice as Matt Benning put a big hit on, but everybody skates away.
And we'll keep an eye on Matt Benning. He skated back to the bench a little bit gingerly. Right now, he's still kind of standing up. I think he maybe wasn't expecting that kind of collision and contact there. We'll keep an eye on that as the trainer chats with him a little bit.
That was Bryn Chiswick, who he collided with at center ice. Reminder that the NCAA Frozen Four is heading to Tampa, Florida. And as a Florida resident, I can tell you the weather's just fine for a visit this time of year. Check it out Thursday, April 7th, 5 Eastern on ESPN2. And for more information on the Frozen Four, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. 5-2, North Dakota. Northeastern got the first goal of the game. North Dakota with 5 unanswered. Now Northeastern with 1 in the third. And an icing here will bring the puck back to the North Dakota defensive zone for a face-off.
Well, we do know one thing. Northeastern will not go away. Right now, they have a huge hill to climb, but they will not go away. They haven't done it all season. They didn't do it when they started the season so poorly, and we will not see them do it today.
Saved by Johnson. Good defensive work to change the puck between the 2-point men there. Now deep into the zone behind the net. Northeastern able to get the puck back. Now turnover. Shot blocked in front. And Adam Gaudette's pass bounces off a player and goes back into his own team zone where Northeastern regroups. Here comes Gaudette again. Nice move through center ice. Dumps it in deep and chases himself. Goes in after Tucker Pullman, who makes a nice move to come away with the puck and clear it out for North Dakota. Cockerill can't get the puck in deep. North Dakota gets the turnover. Once again, Gardner feeds in behind the net. Chipped back up the boards. Turned over. Gardner with a turnaround shot. Misses the net wide. Now Fennell for Northeastern. Just taps it out. Gets hit there as Gardner was waiting for him. Here's Pagansky. Gains the zone. Luke Johnson waits for the drop pass. Shot blocked in front. Fennell there for Northeastern. He heads off. He felt that one very much. Into the zone. Stevens. Aston Reese and Stevens on the ice now for the Huskies. Puck cleared out by North Dakota. Benning makes the turn. Looking for some help. Got 2 green and white jerseys in front of him. Nice pass to Sakura, who tries to gain the line. Good job of staying onside on the far boards by Waugh. Sakura outnumbered though, 3-1. And the puck tipped out of play. And a stoppage of play with 11:05 to go.
And Jarrett Fennell, who I just watched walk down the tunnel after a heavy hit, he stayed on the ice. You can see him laboring with pain. He goes down and he blocks a shot. This is one of the reasons this team was able to have the season turnaround. They bought in to the mentality that we are the underdog and we are going to fight through anything and everything. And there you saw it. You got to hope Jarrett Fennell is okay. He went down the tunnel. He's receiving medical attention right now, but a real character play there by Jarrett Fennell.
So we'll see if Fennell comes back up the tunnel and returns to the bench. Northeastern looking to make this a little more interesting. Waugh shot kicked away by Cam Johnson. A flash of the right pad. Now here's Besser. Feeds it out wide. Keaton Thompson, the defenseman, up into the play. Heads for the net. Shot from the point. And the net's going to get knocked off the moorings as 2 Northeastern players pile in to their own net. And a third Northeastern player, Mike McMurtry, a little slow to get up in the near face-off circle. Well, weren't with us earlier. The story for the Northeastern hockey team this season, the awful start and the tremendous finish. Opened the season 1-11-2. And in their last 23 games, 21-2. Head coach Jim Madigan said it's been unprecedented. Never been a part of a start that bad, never been a part of a finish this good.
When we talked to him, he said, I've never gone through something like this. They finished the season with 10 sweeps, home and homes against other opponents that we're seeing in this NCAA tournament. Good, solid Hockey East opponents. 10 sweeps. A very, very good run that this team went on to put themselves here in this regional.
Nice back pass there from Saucerman. Stick knocked out of the hands of Collier. So he was not able to continue pursuing the puck. Now gets it back. North Dakota clears. And Northeastern will try and regroup. Just under halfway to go in this third period. Opener of 2 in the Midwest Regional today in Cincinnati. Michigan and Notre Dame coming up about 5:30 Eastern time. Northeastern beaten to the puck. Nice job there by Simonson to get pressure for North Dakota. Now Sam Kirker will take it back and flip it out. Stetcher will try and turn it back the other way. Missed connections. Good to see Fennell back on the ice. 61 for Northeastern. He's come back from the tunnel and come back out for another shift. Puck out of play, whistle here, and a stoppage with 9:15 to go. Is North Dakota on its way to another regional final? They're 9:15 from accomplishing that task.
The NCAA Hockey Championship is presented by Northwestern Mutual. We help you live life differently.
It started as the Boston Arena in 1910. Now Matthews Arena, the home of the Northeastern Huskies. Quite a building, quite a place to see a hockey game.
Always a hard place to go in and win a game. It gets very loud there at Matthews Arena, which is right down the street from Com Ave, where I played my college hockey for the Boston University Terriers. And here we see Troy Stetcher with such a great, small but great play. He makes a play right at the offensive blue line. He takes it cleanly from his glove to his stick. He gets it up into transition. We've said that word a few times tonight, haven't we, Alan?
Heavily preached by Brad Berry, the coach of North Dakota. There's a shot wide by Stetcher all the way to the other board. Osmus tips it in deep. A lot of this game, North Dakota has applied very heavy forechecking pressure in the Northeastern end. Now a break here and a chance, but the goaltender Cam Johnson comes out to play the puck away. Now Northeastern trying to get some offensive zone time, see if they can make this a little more interesting. There's a shot from Aston Reese, loose in front. Steered to the corner. And knocked up and out of play by Rhett Gardner. And a whistle here with 8:36 to go in this second period.
And Northeastern staying involved in this game. Zach Ashton Reese makes a play out at the front of the net. He stays with his own play, which he started on the near boards. They're getting some action around the net and some chaos. That's the kind of thing you're hearing on Northeastern's bench right now. Guys, we need action at the net. We need chaos. We need to make Johnson uncomfortable in front of the goal. 8.5 minutes left. We need to start taking chances if we want to start chipping away at this 3-goal lead.
Good face-off win there by McMurtry. Now Waugh back at the point, covering for the defenseman who went in on the rotation. White shirts everywhere, though, and Northeastern can't get the puck anywhere out toward the center of the net. McMurtry again feeds it in deep. Here's Waugh. Benning, the defenseman, crashing in far side. McMurtry tries to feed it backside. Still loose in front. Benning, shot stopped. Kajula deflected that. He felt it. Stays on the ice. Puck kept in by Daru, but right back to North Dakota. Good anticipation by Benning as they tried to hit Besser on the home run pass at center ice. Funny bounce off the boards in North Dakota's favor. Here's Besser coming up the puck. Up with the puck. Finds Schmaltz near side. Tips it in front. What a beautiful play. And a North Dakota goal. The CCM line connecting to make it 6-2. That would be tic-tac-toe.
And this top line, they've been quiet a little bit of the game. Drake Kajula is going to be the recipient of some great passing from Nick Schmaltz. This play starts 150 feet back. Good, responsible play in the D zone. Tic-tac-toe, as you said, Alan. And Drake Kajula, a guy who he scored 16 game-winning goals in his career, too shy of a school record. He's a game breaker, and he may have just put this game fully and formally out of reach for this Northeastern team.
Well, North Dakota has bent a little bit in this third period, but not broken, and that one might have broken the backs of Northeastern, as you said. So now a 4-goal lead as Ryan Ruck ties this puck up for a face-off. Drake Kajula, the senior from Whitby, Ontario, with his 20th of this season. He has a current now 10-game point streak. And the team is a perfect 15-0 this season when he scores a goal.
And he's not just a scorer. Drake Kajula does everything on that line. He's a 200-foot player. He plays great in all three zones. He battles along the walls. If we went back and watched the tape of this game, we're going to have a hard time finding a clip of him losing a battle on the wall. He's the glue for this offense, a senior. He's a free agent. He's going to have options to go play after this. But you know what? He was not willing to allow this to be his last game of college hockey.
Puck floated in, and Cam Johnson will tie that one up. And the Stevens brothers on the ice here for Northeastern, along with Zach Aston Reese. And really, aside of that first goal in the first period, there has not been much running room for this line. They've been shut down very effectively by North Dakota.
Well, they've done a great job of staying in their space. When you're trying to go against a top line like this, taking away time and space, being in the back of their pants, as we say it when we're down on the ice, stick length away, always know, head on a swivel. And Northeastern's done a good job with them, but as you see there, it doesn't take a lot. They get one rush and they make you pay.
So 6:50 to go, and a 6-2 lead for North Dakota over Northeastern. Michigan and Notre Dame coming up about 5:30 Eastern time from here in Cincinnati. The winner of that one will, it looks like, get North Dakota tomorrow in the regional final. Osmus shoots it in right on ruck. Kicks that one away. Cockrell will take it. Let's see if Northeastern can start a breakout. It's taken down. Gets the puck ahead to McMurtry. They try and gain zone entry, and there's defense again waiting for them. Shane Gersich now back the other way for North Dakota. Nicely played there by Dustin DeRue. And Colton Sanderson gets that one in deep for North Dakota. What a story he is. Senior hasn't played much for all of his career, but kept working at it, kept working at it. He has 5 goals in his college career, all in the last 15 games.
Those are the types of guys you can really rally around, a guy in his last year of hockey for this North Dakota team.
Quick reminder, while we have the stoppage in play, the Women's NCAA Championship presented by Capital One continues on ESPN. Sweet 16 tonight, Syracuse and South Carolina, Stanford and Notre Dame. Both games streaming live on Watch ESPN and the ESPN app. Yeah, Sanderson, it's quite the story, and one of those guys that makes up the spirit and the body of a team, and it's good to see him have some success late in his senior season. Looking pretty much like he'll have at least one more game to play in his college career. I feel like one of the people that works for news on election night where I don't want to declare the winner yet. But it's like it's close enough to call. Stranger things have happened, though.
Definitely seen some crazy comebacks in this sport. I've been a part of one of them, and I've seen one last year. You saw one with Providence and Miami. They fought tooth and nail. They're the host of this regional. I spoke with their coach yesterday. He said they're going to have a young, talented team next year, Enrico Blase. And the Miami Redhawks, they got a great program. And, you know, I'm surprised to not see them here in the regional. It's a bit of a down year for them, but they sure are a great program.
Yep. So the clear will not go all the way down the ice. By the way, nice play a minute ago by Hayden Shaw as Northeastern tried to enter the zone. The North Dakota defenseman with a nice stand-up check there. So Huskies now in behind the North Dakota net. Good hard defensive work like we've seen all day long by Tucker Pullman. And now North Dakota regains possession. Defender falls down into the zone. Shot save as Chiswick couldn't take advantage. So Michigan, Notre Dame coming up a little bit later on in the second of the nightcap, beginning to see a lot of maize and blue and a lot of the blue and gold and green apparel filter into the arena here in Cincinnati. Should be a great matchup later on. And we hit the 4 minutes to go mark in this one with a 4-goal lead for North Dakota. Fight hard in the corner. Benning goes in. And a little extracurricular. It was he and Tucker Pullman. You could hear the rinkside sound mics picking up the referees yelling, "Hey, knock it off." McMurtry with nowhere to go, taken down to the ice, and a penalty coming up to North Dakota. And some sticks swinging afterwards, and a cross-checking penalty coming up, and a power play on the way. Can it try and close the gap between North Dakota and Northeastern? We'll see. Well, North Dakota is certainly one of the most successful programs in NCAA hockey history. 14 straight appearances in the tournament. They've made the Frozen Four 7 of the last 11 years. But the story, the conversation has come to be about frustration. Getting there, but not being able to get the big trophy.
They have not sealed the deal. This senior class has been to 2 Frozen Fours, 4 NCAA tournaments. They have not sealed the deal yet. This team is looking, they are knocking on the door. The way this team is built, they are built to win.
And it looks like they will advance on to tomorrow to take on the winner of Michigan and Notre Dame. North Dakota, Coach Brad Berry, as you see the Captain Gage Osmus in the box for the cross-checking penalty, said to us that when he met with his team for the first time back in August, he said to them, let's be part of something special. Let's check the last box. Well, the last box is bringing a national championship back to North Dakota. Their last one was in 2000 as Cam Johnson brings that one in and ties it up for a face-off. They came in as the number 3 overall seed in the tournament and certainly have looked very good against Northeastern today.
And Northeastern making a play off the faceoff. We're going to see John Stevens hit baby brother Nolan in the slot there for a good look. And Cam Johnson out at the top of his crease, looking confident as he has all game, making all of the necessary saves, the timely saves for his team. He hasn't been that busy tonight, but when they've needed him to step up and make a save, he's been there for his team.
Cam Johnson, one of 5 finalists for the Mike Richter Award. That to be announced at the Frozen Four coming up in Tampa. Who wins that one?
And he told us a pretty funny story yesterday, didn't he?
Yeah. Said first game of the season, first shot that he faced, goal. Waved off. Second shot that he faced, goal. Coach Berry called a timeout, called the team over because there were a lot of things going on with the team that he didn't like the way we're going on, and said that now this is Coach's part of the story, that Cam was standing there and wasn't really looking in on the huddle, and he said, hey, over here. And from that second on, it looked like Cam was on his game, razor sharp, and has been razor sharp all season long for North Dakota.
Well, I have to wonder if it was hey over here, or maybe he said it a little more forcefully to him. But whatever he said, it sure was a good wake-up because he's been absolutely fantastic all season.
Sakura took a nice entry pass, but the shot deflected away and out of play, and a stoppage with 2:08 to go. And Northeastern on the power play for another 37 seconds. Well, there is Johnson. 5 shutouts on the season. And his .935 save percentage is 7th in the nation for this season. And his goals against average is right up there in the top few. McMurtry couldn't handle the pass out front and do something with it. Puck cleared away by North Dakota. And we go under 2 minutes to go in this one. Well, as the season winds down for Northeastern, it's kind of put a button on their story. Up and down, the down then the up. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of. They're not going to be happy with the way this game turned out as that puck is swatted out of the air and out of the zone. But overall, tremendously boosting season for Jim Madigan and his team to win the Hockey East tournament for the first time in a long time, to make the NCAA tournament for the first time in a long time. It certainly can't hurt recruiting, can it?
Well, Coach Madigan, he came in about 5 seasons ago, and it takes time. You need to put your culture in. It started with Josh Manson, who's a former captain. He was a big, strong player. He plays professionally now. He started to really put that culture in, that blue-collar culture that Northeastern wants to have. Now you see all of his recruits here playing for him after 4 and 5 seasons. And this Northeastern team, they're going to be a team that we're going to hear plenty of through the next few years of college hockey. And you you hit on, that Hockey East championship that they won. And Alan, I played in that tournament 3 years in a row at the Garden. It is a hard trophy to win, whether you're the favorite or not. The games are low scoring. The teams want it. It's a very challenging thing. So that's a big accomplishment for Northeastern.
And for North Dakota, here they are, going to be on their way to the regional final. A resounding win today. Certainly not going to do anything to hurt their confidence. After losing the conference tournament, Coach Berry said maybe that did something to get our attention. Maybe it got us back on the stick. Well, they have looked outstanding today in all three zones, and they're going to come away with a huge win over Northeastern.
Well, this is one convincing win that they've had today. This team looks built for a long run with their size, their speed, and their skill.
Final score 6-2. North Dakota is on to the Midwest Regional Final to take on the winner of Michigan and Notre Dame. That comes up in a little while.
North Dakota now moves on to face the winner of tonight's second Midwest Regional Semifinal.
Their fan base that's traveled, enjoying the trip. There's Coach Berry enjoying the trip for Northeastern, the end of a great run. But for North Dakota, time to think about tomorrow night. Go home, get rested up, get your treatments, and do a little scouting on Michigan and Notre Dame.
Well, the coaches will be right on the computer. They'll probably stay here, watch, and then all night they'll be spending looking at the computer and the film.
Put a wrap on this game by talking with North Dakota coach Brad Berry in just a minute. Cam Johnson handling almost everything that Northeastern threw his way, and North Dakota wins it 6-2. Three minutes into the game, Northeastern got the first goal, but quickly after that, North Dakota answered and answered and answered and kept answering. In fact, North Dakota had all the answers today with a 6-2 win over Northeastern here in the NCAA Midwest Regional. Head coach Brad Berry joins us now. Coach, congratulations. Is there any flaw that you could find with your team's game today? It seemed like in all three zones they were doing what you wanted.
Well, I thought for the most part we were taking care of pucks and we were playing a 200-foot game, and that's the way we have to play. There was a little time in the third period where, obviously they put a big push on at the beginning of the third, and we didn't take care of pucks, but I thought for the most part we did a good job today.
Coach, talk to me a little bit about this decor. They, to me, were great today getting up and down the ice. What do they mean to this team moving forward?
Well, they're a big part of our team, not only defensively but offensively, joining the rushes. You see Tucker Pullman scores a goal off the rush, and you need to do that these days to create offense. But most importantly is playing the right way in your end of the rink and being heavy and physical and taking care of your own end of the rink.
Busy night with the game film tonight, Coach. Michigan or Notre Dame?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously we want to maybe review a little bit of our game tonight and then dig into the pre-scout of them of either Notre Dame or Michigan.
Well, good luck in it, and we'll see you tomorrow for that game. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Coach Brad Berry and his North Dakota team with a 6-2 win over Northeastern today. They will play the winner of Michigan and Notre Dame. That comes up at 5:30 Eastern here on ESPNU, just about an hour from now. Well, the streak comes to a close for Northeastern. A great season is done. And for North Dakota, their quest for an 8th national championship continues in tomorrow's regional final. Final score, North Dakota 6, Northeastern 2. We're back at 5:30 Eastern for Notre Dame and Michigan. For now, to Sports Center U with Brendan and Dave.